Welcome to the Karma Verdict. Let us get started with today's story. I'll forget you in a week, she said at a family gathering, dumping me for her ex. So I ghosted her completely and upgraded my life. Now she is humiliated seeing me thrive while she is stuck in regret. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Throwaway account because some mutuals might recognize this, and I do not want the drama resurfacing. This all went down over the last couple of years, and honestly sharing it now feels like closing a chapter. If you are here for a story of betrayal, quiet revenge through living well, and some sweet karma, buckle up. Let me start from the beginning. I am Alex, late 20s software engineer by trade. I met Sarah in college, graphic design major, full of energy and big dreams. We clicked instantly. She was creative, spontaneous, the kind of person who could turn a rainy day into an adventure. I was more grounded, the planner, the one who made sure bills got paid and plans had backups. It worked for us, or so I thought. Early on, things were great. We graduated, moved in together in a mid-sized city where she landed freelance gigs and I got a solid remote job. But about 2 years in, her mom got diagnosed with cancer. It hit hard. Treatments, hospital runs, emotional roller coasters. Sarah was a wreck, understandably. That is when I stepped up in ways I never imagined. I moved us into her family's house temporarily to help out. I cooked meals for everyone, drove her mom to chemo appointments, handled the household finances when her dad was too stressed to focus. My job was flexible, but I turned down a promotion that would have required relocation because Sarah begged me to stay close. "I need you here, Alex," she would say, tears in her eyes. "You are my rock." Flashback to those nights. I would be up late coding after a full day of errands while Sarah sketched designs in the living room. I would bring her coffee, rub her shoulders, listen to her vent about how overwhelming it all was. I sacrificed hobbies. Hiking trips with friends got canceled. Gym time turned into quick home workouts. But it felt right. We were a team building toward a future. Her mom's treatments worked, thank God, and remission came after a grueling year. I thought we would come out stronger, but cracks started showing even before that. Sarah grew distant. She would scroll social media obsessively, liking posts from her ex, Mike, an adventurous sales guy she had dated before me. Subtle digs crept in. Mike would have taken me on a spontaneous road trip to clear my head, not just Netflix and chill. I would brush it off as stress from her mom's illness. She is processing, I tell myself, but deep down, confusion nodded at me. How did I miss the signs? Was I too focused on being the supporter that I ignored her pulling away? She started comparing me openly, always framing it as joking, like during family dinners. Alex is so reliable, but sometimes I miss that thrill. You know, Mike was all about surprises. Her family would laugh awkwardly, and I would force a smile thinking it was harmless. But it built up this emotional erosion where I felt like a backup plan, not the main event. She would manipulate little things, too, guilting me into doing more chores because you are better at organizing, while she spent evenings texting who knows who. I poured everything into us, sacrificing my own growth, and she treated it like it was expected, not appreciated. The family gathering was supposed to be a celebration. Her mom's remission party at their house. Backyard barbecue with relatives and a few friends. Balloons, laughter, toasts, and new beginnings. I was excited. I had even helped set up grilling burgers and playing the supportive boyfriend role perfectly. But midway through, Sarah pulls me aside into the kitchen. Her eyes were cold, determined. I could hear the chatter outside, smell the smoke from the grill. That is when it hit. "Alex, we need to talk," she said, crossing her arms. Her voice was loud enough that a couple ants in the next room probably heard. I nodded, heart sinking. "What is up?" She did not even hesitate. "This is not working. Mike is back in my life. He reached out during Mom's thing, and we have been talking. He gets me, challenges me. You have been sweet babysitting the family and all, but you are just safe. Boring even. I need passion, not a safety net holding me back." I stared at her, the words landing like punches holding her back. After everything I had given up, she kept going, smug smile creeping in. "Come on, Alex. During Mom's illness, you were great at the routine stuff. Bills, drives, whatever. But Mike, he would have made it exciting, turned it into something memorable instead of just enduring it. I deserve better now that things are stable. I have outgrown this." Her logic twisted like a knife. Outgrown. I had stalled my career for her family. Deserve better. As if my loyalty was a flaw. And saying it here at a family event. Public humiliation on top of the betrayal. Family members were glancing over, whispering. Her dad looked uncomfortable, but no one intervened. "You serious?" I asked, keeping my voice steady. Inside, confusion raged. How could she dismiss 2 years like this? But I would not beg. Dead serious. She laughed lightly like it was no big deal. "I will forget you in a week." "Alex, Mike is the real deal. He pushes me. Excites me. You were a placeholder until something better came along." Placeholder. The word echoed. Her ex Mike, the guy who dumped her before for being too clingy, now suddenly her upgrade. She had been emotionally cheating, comparing me to him constantly, manipulating me into thinking it was just banter. And now physical, too. The signs clicked. Late-night texts, work meetups that smelled like cologne. I felt the unfairness burn. After all, I had sacrificed this. But outburst? No. Confrontation? Pointless. "If that is how you feel, Sarah, then we are done," I said calmly. No emotion cracking through. I grabbed my jacket from the chair, nodded politely to her family as I walked out. Awkward silences trailing me, and drove away. No slamming doors, no yelling, just detachment. That night, back at my apartment, I packed essentials. The silence was deafening. I replayed her words, the smugness, the twisted justifications, how she had framed my support as a burden, my stability as weakness. Confusion turned to quiet resolve. This ends now. I blocked her number, socials, everything. By morning, I was on the road to a new town a few hours away, accepting that delayed promotion led developer role. Better pay, fresh start. I ghosted her life completely. No goodbye note, no drama. She wanted to forget me. Fine, I would make it easy. The first weeks were rough. I would wake up replaying the gathering, the laughter outside while she gutted me inside. The unfairness sat heavy. I had given up promotions, friends trips, my own peace for her, and she repaid with betrayal. But I did not lash out. Instead, I sat with it, let the silence teach me. Therapy helped, unpacking how I had ignored red flags, how her manipulations had chipped away at my self-worth. Slowly, vulnerability faded. I hit the gym hard, rediscovered hiking, built a routine that was mine. Work thrived. I led projects that got noticed. For the first time in years, I felt free. Months passed in that new town, and I threw myself into rebuilding. The promotion came with a corner office, figuratively, since it was still remote half the time, but leading a team on cutting-edge projects felt like a lifeline. I coded by day, hiked trails on weekends, the same ones Sarah had mocked as predictable outings for boring people. Turns out, scaling a mountain solo cleared my head better than any argument ever could. I joined a local gym, not for show, but for me. Pounds dropped, confidence built. Nights were rough at first. Replaying her words from that kitchen placeholder safety net. The unfairness lingered like a bad taste. How I put my life on hold for her family only to be discarded like yesterday's news. Confusion morphed into quiet anger. Why had I let her manipulation slide? The constant comparisons, the guilting into more sacrifices while she eyed her ex. But I did not dwell in bitterness. Instead, I sat with it, let the silence amplify the lessons. Therapy sessions helped unpack it all. Realizing I had been emotionally abandoned long before the breakup, vulnerability faded. Clarity emerged. She taught me my worth. I told myself one evening, staring at a sunset from a peak, time to build on that. No contact from my end. I had ghosted completely. New number forwarded from the old one, but I ignored any pings. Social media locked down or deleted. Mutual friends got vague updates. "I am good. Move for work." But word trickled in eventually through the grapevine. About 6 months post-breakup, a former buddy messaged, "Dude, Sarah's life is imploding. Thought you should know." Turns out Mike, the exciting ex, was not the upgrade she had boasted about. He was married, for starters, something she had conveniently ignored or not known. Their affair blew up when his wife found texts confronting Sarah publicly at a coffee shop near her freelance spot. Screaming match photos snapped by onlookers. The whole mess splashed on local social circles. Mike's sales job took a hit too. Company drama from his serial cheating. Turns out Sarah was not the only side piece, leading to a demotion and eventual quit. He ghosted her overnight, leaving her to deal with the fallout alone. Sarah's freelance gigs dried up fast. Clients in the design world are picky about reputation. Whispers of homewrecker and unprofessional killed contracts. Friends who had laughed at her jokes about me. They distanced themselves when the truth surfaced. No one wants drama that's sticky. Her family was strained too. Her mom, grateful for my help during the illness, reportedly called her out for the betrayal, but Sarah doubled down, blaming everyone else. Isolation set in. She posted vague, pity-seeking updates online, I heard. Did not look, but likes dwindled. Financially, she unraveled. Bills piled up without my boring stability to cover them. Karma did not strike like lightning. It eroded slowly, realistically from her own choices. Meanwhile, I thrived quietly, landed a side project that paid bonuses, met a woman named Emily at a hiking group. Smart, kind, no games. We clicked naturally. No comparisons needed. Life felt earned, not endured. The attempt started around the 8-month mark. First, an unknown number. Hers probably a burner since I blocked the original. A text. Alex, it is Sarah. I miss you. Mike was a huge mistake. Can we talk? I realize now how good we had it. Sweet, nostalgic, like she had just had a minor lapse. I stared at the screen, feeling nothing but mild annoyance. Delete. But she persisted. Another. Please, Alex. Things are rough. Remember the good times? You were always there for me. Escalated to calls, voicemails piling up. Alex, pick up. I was wrong. Mike turned out to be a liar. Life is falling apart without you. I need my rock back. Then the toxic brigade kicked in. Her sister Lisa called from her number. Rude, entitled tone I had forgotten she had. Alex, this is Lisa. You are being so petty, ignoring Sarah. She needs you right now. Man up and call her back. After everything she went through with Mom, you owe her that. Oh, her. The hypocrisy burned, but I hung up mid-sentence. Blocked. Mutual friends jumped on the bandwagon too. One texted, "Hey man, Sarah regrets it big time. Do not be a jerk. Give her a chance to explain." Another. She is crying every day. You ghosting is cruel after how supportive you were. Unpleasant guilt trips laced with judgment as if I had been the villain. I ignored them all. Unfriending where needed. Internal shift. Her words did not sting anymore. They were noise. Echoes of a past I had outgrown. Desperation ramped up by the year mark. She must have pried my new address from a loose-lipped friend, because she showed up at my old apartment first, learned I had moved, then tracked the new town somehow. No direct visit yet, but emails flooded in. She found my work one online, started apologetic. Alex, I am sorry for everything. The gathering was awful. I was confused, stressed. Mike manipulated me. Can we meet? I see now you were the one. But when no reply came, the tone shifted angry, revealing her true colors. How dare you ghost me like this? You are pathetic for running away, instead of fighting for us. I gave you chances during the hard times, and now you are punishing me? Hypocrite. Twisted logic again, framing her betrayal as my fault, her manipulations as chances. One voicemail raged. You think you are better off? Fine, run alone, but you will regret this when I am back on top. Her hypocrisy shone. The same smugness from the breakup now laced with desperation. Friends and family piled on more. Her dad even texted awkwardly. Son, Sarah is in a bad place. Talk to her. Unpleasant pressure, but I stayed silent. Peace was mine now. Why invite chaos? Fast forward to about 18 months later, a mutual friend's wedding in our old city. I debated going but decided yes. Emily encouraged it and I would not hide. The venue was a charming garden setup. String lights twinkling, laughter everywhere. I arrived with Emily on my arm, feeling composed, evolved. Spotted Sarah across the lawn, alone, disheveled compared to her usual polished self, nursing a drink. Our eyes met. She beelined over during cocktail hour, eyes pleading. Alex! Oh God, it is you, she said, voice shaky. Please. Mike cheated on me multiple times. Left me broke after the scandal. Clients ghosted. Friends, too. I see now you were the one. I was confused, blinded by his excitement. Forgive me. We can start over. Hypocritical, please. Twisting her choices into confusion. Begging now where she had once dismissed. I kept calm, firm. No sympathy, just indifference. A light chuckle escaped. Comedian style, mocking gently. Funny, Sarah. You said you would forget me in a week. Looks like it took longer for you. Mirrored her logic. You deserved better. Well, I found it. Without the drama or comparisons, focused on growth. I have built a life here. New job leading teams, hikes that are not boring, and yeah, someone who values loyalty. Nodded to Emily nearby, chatting with guests. The upgrade visible, her warmth contrasting Sarah's desperation. She faltered, tears welling. But Alex, you are irrelevant now, Sarah. I said evenly, no edge, just fact. My happiness does not include you. Good luck figuring it out. Walked away. Joining Emily as friends congratulated us on our engagement. News we had shared quietly. Sarah stood humiliated, ignored by the crowd who had once sided with her excuses. Power flipped. She desperate. Me thriving. Karma is real, folks. I have moved on completely. Thriving while she is stuck in regret. Update. Blocked her for good that night. She is a lesson, not a loss. If you are in a similar spot, remember, dignity wins. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our upcoming stories. Your support means the world to us.